Hey guys, I have a testimony to share. I'm doing it while I'm driving. I don't suggest that, but I'm just super excited to get this testimony off my chest. I just need to share it. So I was leading worship at a coffee shop. It's called the Coffee Stop in East Palestine. There's a man named Rodney who runs it. He's the owner and he's like the pastor of this coffee shop. And they have a lot of like teenagers who do a lot of awesome stuff for the Lord. So when I was leading worship, right before we went on, we had this little prayer time, and Rodney was leading that prayer time, and when he was leaving, immediately in my spirit I felt Ezekiel 37, because he was going to be preaching on healing, and when that hit my spirit, Ezekiel 37, I'm all like, that is a perfect passage. It's about God doing something amazing using bones. So I read Ezekiel 37. I'm sharing during the worship. So we do a few songs, we stop, and I'm sharing this. I'm sharing Ezekiel 37, and I'm talking about how our God is a healer. That is who He is. That is His identity. That's His nature. He heals us. He does the impossible things, and it's not abstract for us to think about God putting bones together and breathing life into it, because that is what He's going to do at the very end of the world when He calls us to Himself, the Christians, like Daniel 12 talks about, how He's going to put us back together and bring us to Himself with our bodies. I believe our spirit will go straight to God when we die, but He's going to put our bodies back together and give us a new body, and we're going to be clothed in immortality. But I'm saying all that just because I was sharing that that's God's nature, that to heal us and to put us back together. And I'm sharing about these dry bones. And at the end of the message, when Rodney speaks, he's sharing about healing, and then he says, now there's a lady who needs to come up because she needs to get healed. And his wife comes up, and he knows that his wife needs healed, and we were learning about the gifts of the Spirit, so I believe he was very strategic in teaching about healing this week. So he had his wife come up because they had just gone to the doctors, and there was something wrong with her spine. It was disintegrating in some of the bottom vertebrates, 3 vertebrates. So it was crazy that God would give me Ezekiel 37 about dry bones the same week that they find out that she's having issues with her vertebrates from an accident 15 years ago. So that's just an amazing testimony of how God will use you during your prayer time to drop something into your spirit, and you have no idea. You're just being faithful, saying what He's told you, and then the end result is somebody hearing that, and faith is stirred inside of them, because they were like, that is for me. That is specifically for me. That bone word in the Bible that you are sharing is for me. I'm going to take that for myself, and I'm going to believe in the power of God to heal me. So I wanted to share that with you guys. Be very open during prayer times, during worship, of what God might tell you, because you have no idea. You're sharing something that you think is good, but on the flip side, somebody on the receiving end is like, that is for me. That is God speaking to me, and God is going to do something in my life. So thank you for listening. Yes, have a blessed day, okay?